So last year was my third year at the Black Deer Festival, helping out on the live fire stage, working alongside John Finch and Ben Merrington. Not only is it great to check out what goes on in the background of an event like that, but it's also awesome to be able to rub shoulders with the best of them from around the UK within the barbecue scene. Just to watch those on stage doing their cooking, it's their passion. You can tell it's their passion, it's what they love doing. Loads of barbecuing and listening to American music, going around looking at all the other stuff like Game of Flames were there doing their thing. If you don't know about them, go and check them out. They're awesome. They cook some amazing food. So with all that being said, when I was there last year, I actually contacted a guy that I do chat to every now and then in the background. His name is Marcus Bowden. He doesn't really need much of an introduction, but I will give one anyway. Most of you will know him, but if you're not from in the UK, he's got a Facebook page called CountryWoodSmoke. It's got over 65,000 followers on it. He's also got one called CountryWoodSmoke Selling, which is separate. He owns and runs his own barbecue school, which looks amazing too. He's an award-winning author of barbecue books. He's got 4 out now. He had another one come out recently. So go and get some books because they are good. I've got one here actually. Very good books. I've done a few bits out of this and everything I've done so far has been awesome. He's generally a really nice guy, knows his stuff, loves to cook dirty, which is on the coals, which is what we're going to show you. So I messaged Marcus and said, would you be up for doing a little video while we're at the Black Deer Festival? And he was like, sure, why not? Let's do it. So that's exactly what we did. It's Marcus cooking, showing you some good tips and tricks on how to cook dirty straight on the coals. With that being said, let's get to the video. Let's show you what Marcus did with this steak. Something a little bit different, but it was certainly exceptional. Let's go. So we got this Highland cattle steak from John Davidson's. Marcus, we bumped into here. Funnily enough, we bumped into him. Strange that. But yeah, Highland cattle is definitely very beefy in flavour. Marcus is putting his twist on it.
There we go. Just opened it out, butterflied it out like that. I think some people call that bull's head or a Stingray style steak with the tail up there, like that. Just go dirty with that.
The old campfire trick of giving it a blow, getting it to go. Once you see them glowing, you know you're ready to cook.
So here we go, we're going straight onto the coals like that. It's really windy here, so the air get underneath, and those coals are really hot, so perfect for this.
And because it's naturally made charcoal, it really makes a massive difference with the respect of chucking it on there, and it just adds flavour.
So it's about probably 3 or 4 minutes aside at the most, and then you give it a flip. But the key with doing this technique, so I see people and they're dragging it around, so good charcoal, and you leave it, you let it build. So I'm watching the edges here as that fat starts to render and that will crisp up.
When I'm grilling over the coals on the grill, I like to flip, but when you're on hot, dirty, you need to leave it there.
I'm not a flipper at all, I leave it on. I build that sear, build that crust, give it time. And the more you mess with it, the more you mess with food, the more it's going to drag the ash and stick. It's letting that build up, letting that build that crust, and then give it a flip.
Makes perfect sense. Just having a little leak.
Sneaky peek. That's beautiful beef. You don't need to do much with it.
It's smelling amazing, I must admit.
And don't be afraid of a bit of flame. You know, the flame is simply just that fat as it crisps up. But that's what we want it to do, crisp up.
I've got to say, this is smelling amazing. You can see the smoke rolling through. That's not the smoke from the coals. That's literally the fat dripping down and creating that absolutely amazing smell, which is creating an amazing flavour.
It is, and the idea with this, the steak on the coals, actually restricts, so you can see the flames all around the edges because that coal is restricting the air that gets the coals underneath. So actually it's quite a gentle way of cooking. People think that it's just going to burn, and it's not. It's the edges that will burn. That's where the fat is, so you crisp that up.
And we all know fat is flavour, and especially when you get it crispy. Oh yes, on a decent bit of meat like that as well. Yeah, that's looking good.
So you can see as the meat starts to warm up a little bit, it twists. So if you want to keep it flat like that.
Good tip right there.
All about building that crust up, and that's it. You can see this bit with all the fat in as well has crisped up even more. So that's a bit of the short rib meat, the end of the short rib. So we want that to cook more. So I'm happy that that's getting a bit more heat and flame there. That's got all the fat in. So what I'm going to do is just turn it around like that. Don't be frightened of salt, because some good smoked sea salt there. Caveman cooking, gotta love it.
Asbestos hands, by the way. That is hot.
So most of that flame is around, well, it's all around the edges, that's from that fat.
I'm getting hungry now.
That's got that nice sear going.
As you can see, the meat is just cooking very well.
Not covered in ash at all.
No, browning off nicely. It's not dark. Yeah, there's darkness on the bone, but that's because it's got like there's no meat there. So yeah, this is working well.
This is my favourite way of cooking. I love it. It's such a good way of cooking a steak, and you know, I cut this open so I could cook it quickly, and it's perfect for this. If it was a big, thicker steak, it wouldn't work so well like this. You know,
No.
maybe give it a dirty finish, but it wouldn't work so well. I'm just trying to make sure that's even. A few flips, just make sure that's good. That's got to be it. There we go.
Looking good.
Yeah, just I can see the juice on the top. So when the meat starts to tense up and it gets to medium, you start to get some juice on. You have to say, yeah.
So there we go. We're grilling up some prawns as well. Elsie's here, having an amazing weekend. Marcus has been loving it.
Absolutely.
Decided to just get some meat on the grill and do some in the background.
So it's quite windy and cold here today, so
Yeah.
we're not going to leave it to rest too long, but just
No.
to get involved and have a. Ideally, that would be served with some nice chimichurri or something. Let's have a little taste, Sal. So my daughter Elsie, my barbecue little legend. Lovely bit of beef,
Melt
that
in your
is.
mouth.
That's really good. Is that all right?
Perfect.
Just needs a bit of dirty baste or some chimichurri on it, I think. But yeah, perfect. Just a bit of sea salt.
There you go. That steak was amazing. Didn't really record much of us eating it because, yeah, we just got stuck right in. But I can tell you, and I can assure you, it was a really exceptional steak. So I hope you got something out of that little video. And until next time, go cook something exceptional. I'll see you when I see you. Cheers.